Let me try to look like I'm shit. Let me try to look intelligent. You know, I love.
You gonna give the hamsters some shine?
Yeah, I mean something that shows I think a little bit deeper. I only got 4 books to my name and stuff. You know, so.
I'm just gonna stay with the blank wall.
I think that's safe. You don't have to bring on the hamsters.
Okay. All right, guys. He said no. Not this time.
You just have a whole variety show. Hamsters.
Like Hannibal. Like rookies.
Bro,
rookies.
You know how they say blah 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 and them be effing like rabbits? Should be like hamsters because they like to F a lot.
Yeah, I think I heard that.
Disturbing, man. No, you haven't heard it. If you heard it, you'd be like, oh boy, poor guy.
Or heard of it, I should say.
Yeah, man.
You hear it going in, huh?
Yeah, literally, man. It's like 2 of them doing that. It's like, oh God. I'd be screaming. I'd be like, stop it, you 2.
Maybe they listened to that Cardi and Meg.
Oh, yeah, they definitely heard that.
Why?
I think they inspired portions of it.
Why? I only know about that because of my wife.
Man, because women
that
watched it.
That should be a good thing.
Women watched it and women showed us that. Because men, I don't think men was right on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we like to hear Cardi and we like to hear, we definitely like to hear.
I don't like to hear Cardi.
Yeah, you're right, man. I guess that was my PR voice going right there. We don't give a fuck about those 2 women. I like looking at Meg. I love looking at Meg. But you know, we ain't like on the post of them 2 women's like lives. You know what I'm saying? I heard about Meg getting shot in the foot, and you know, I got a foot fetish. I was mad as hell at Tori. Like, Tori, what's wrong with you? But I think women just they hit us up about it. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, one of the ladies I know was like, hey, did you see this? And I was like, what? First thing I saw was like bare chested woman. I say, damn. You know what I'm saying? A music video. Kyle, when in the hell were we looking at music videos back in the day and they were showing women like that, yo? What happened to hip hop, G?
Well, see, Rick, I just got through talking. I was talking with Mike about this, Mike Terra, and we kind of have had elements of this always.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not.
Yeah,
we've. You know, maybe you could say it's a little bit more blatant now, but
dude, it's in the Billboard top 10. Like the top 10, 20 songs in life.
Kim sold a lot of records too. You know, Kim and
but it wasn't
Foxy
like you saw 3 Kims though at the top. You know what I'm saying? Where it was a top 10, and out of 10, and 3 of them was like, you know, Lil Kim and shit. Like that's what it's like now.
Well, that's because only about 10 people sell records now anyway. So.
Yeah, man, it's sad, man. It's like Drake and like 3 other motherfuckers. That's about it.
Yeah.
Let me quit cussing, man. Let me quit cussing.
You can cuss as much as you want, man.
I can fucking cuss, yes. Sorry, Dave. You know.
I got headphones on, so I'm good now.
Right here. Oh yeah, he got the baby.
He has headphones, ladies and gentlemen.
But let me introduce us properly. Try to do something professional because I don't think the rest of this is going to be very professional. But I'm if you can see, it is me, Kyle Means, Rookie, Shy, aka Willie Wright, and the homie Dave, both on Pacific Standard Time. And they've relocated from Chicago, but I'm trying to you can get the Chicago brother out of Chicago, but you can't keep the Chicago out of the Chicago brother. And I think they're both proving it right now.
Damn right. 'Cause I stick out like a sore thumb here. I don't know about you, Dave. I stick out. Where you from, brother?
Yeah.
Like third sentence out my mouth. They be like, where you from, man?
Yeah, it happens. I remember being in Wisconsin and people thought I was legit from down south because of the way I talked and stuff.
Wisconsin.
Like,
oh man,
the southern part is
yeah.
Right.
I mean, let's talk about that first off. Like, both of y'all, like you're in Nevada, Rook. Yeah, you're in California, LA area. Like, what's it been like for y'all? What's it for guys who spent the majority of your life in Chicago and Illinois, what's it been like for y'all just being in these new areas?
So with limited exception, it's been great. I'm not gonna lie. It's been I say it's been the least stressed I've been in my adult life.
Oh my God!
And you've known me for like what, more than 15 years now. So
yeah,
it says a lot.
Feeling with that.
That's good. That's good. What has been so therapeutic about being where you are now?
Childcare for one. Not having weather that's as dependable as a crackhead. No riots one day and then tornado the next.
Amen,
dude. Amen. Amen. I'm trying to stay quiet, but
yesterday really was like revelations or something like.
God just hates Chicago.
It was insane yesterday.
It's just,
hey man, God hates anything that's dishonest. And let's just be honest. Chicago comes from a very dishonest place. They don't want to like nip it in the bud. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there though. I'm gonna stop right there. We ain't on that conversation. We trying to talk about how the West Coast is different, right? Dave, you sound like you ain't got no child care. I hear him in the background.
We can go there if you want.
I hear him in the background, Dave.
No, during the daytime at least, which is
okay.
Big.
I'm just playing with you, man.
That's big. Like I said, if anyone knew me, March through June was tough. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It was like a Chief Keef video in my house.
Not Chief Keef. You running around bare chested talking about, get off the floor! Get off the floor!
Yeah. Jumping on, watching TV.
I remember seeing you. I remember seeing you at your little party before you left and sending you off that day when y'all left, and you was kind of sleepwalking, man. You was.
I don't know. Yeah.
Explain what he's talking about. Sleepwalking, Dave? What the hell?
Did you do drugs
before you left, Dave?
No, I mean it was just a lot.
I mean he was going through it. Like he was just like, let me stop these kids. He was just like, if you had to see it, you could see it a little bit in the
I'm a
video.
Father. I get it. You don't get it. You don't get it. I'm a father. I get it. Hell yeah, Dave.
I don't want to get it, man.
You smart, man. Stay smart, man. Stay smart. That's all I gotta say. Dave, let him know. Don't just laugh. You tell him he's staying smart right now.
We've had that conversation before. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're great, but like I said, it's also like professional football some days. Like you ain't got nothing left after. If you after the day.
And it's funny because your kids get some very, very unique stories, don't they? They be like, yeah, daddy likes to just sleep all the time. And they tell your friends that. You be like, no, daddy doesn't like sleep. What are you talking about? No, that's when daddy is done with everything and I can't move. That kids, boy, they got a unique vision of the world, though. How old are they, Dave?
4 and 5.
Damn, man, that was the fun years, man. Those are the fun years. And my son say stuff. He 11 years old. He be saying stuff that make me think, I'm like, what the hell did he make? Quantum physics. What is he talking about?
The 5-year-old thinks she's a teenager, so it's all right.
Yeah. They babies, they've been here before, like Bertie Mac said.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
They're doing this the second time around at least.
Yeah, but I'm grateful to have some help now because before, like I said, I felt like Walter Payton did. After a game.
Oh, right. The dude was so spent. Yeah. Oh my God. You took me through a history lesson that quick. Ooh, man, are we gonna have a Walter Payton show? Damn, that would be awesome. That would be awesome.
I love great. We could talk about Walter all day.
Man, the greats, man. That would be crazy. Man, and then for him to die from what he died from, it's like a lot of our really great people be dying of that. You know what I'm saying? Cancer take them out, you know? And it just be making me think, make me wonder, even people that ain't famous. I know y'all may have had people in your family you've lost to that, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. I have uncles that I lost. Just, it's like, man. And it always seems like it's the people that work really hard to make a difference. You know what I mean? How do they end up getting that damn thing? I don't know. I'm not good for too many people. So I know I'm not gonna get it. Probably, I ain't doing too good for a lot of folks. So, no, just playing. Dude, the West Coast is different though, man.
Yeah, Rook, how Vegas been for you, man? You say I know you talk about how hot it is, and it's making you look like a Egyptian slave now and stuff.
Yeah, man. Whenever I can get past the fact that it's hot as hell, and what I told Dave was that it being over 100 degrees every day is something that was hard for me to get, because I used to be in Chicago with the rest of y'all like, damn, 290 degree days in a week. Wow.
Yeah.
God hates us. No. You ever you ever had to stick your head in the oven when you making food because like the light go off and you was too lazy to like fix the light? So let me check and see if this pizza ready. And you put your head in there. You
thought you about to go in another direction.
That's how that's how it feels, man. Sticking your head in the oven, checking for the pizza, and you like, oh Lord, 425 hot. Let me just go. It's got to be good right now because it smells good.
I thought you was gonna stick your head in the oven to off yourself or something.
Man, it's like you're trying to make sure the cheese is a little bit brown because they be pulling it out like people in the commercials. That shit ain't ready. I don't care what nobody tell you. Brown the cheese a little bit. But I was trying to make sure it was brown. I was like, you know what? That's how Vegas feel. Fuck. If you leave out the house, lock your door, you be like, Lord, man. But other than that,
does it get real cold at night in Vegas?
In the wintertime. And
only in the wintertime, okay.
Yeah. In the wintertime, it get very cold, man. Like 40, 50 degrees. Like when I first got here, I was sleeping in my car for a while because I was having to go through credit checks and all type of stuff. I didn't know I existed. So I was sleeping in my car, man. And I'm talking about it would be 90 degrees during the day, but then once 7, 8 o'clock hit, you just be looking up like, damn, it's actually kind of cold. You know what I'm saying? And then if I fell asleep and didn't bundle up, then I would wake up in the middle of the night, maybe 4 in the morning, and it'd be 30, 40 degrees. I'd be like, oh my God, shivering. It's weird, man. It's that desert heat, bro. You know what I'm saying? Totally. We think that Chicago weather is bipolar. This motherfucker is bipolar in the winter, but it's awesome because it's not as hot during the day. In the winter, you know what I'm saying? It's only 90 degrees. Ain't that crazy for me to be saying that shit? Only 90 degrees.
Only 90, yeah.
Where you in LA, Dave?
So I'm in South LA County. I'm borderline Orange County.
Okay, so it kind of can get cold down there, right? Sometimes.
So
Orange County.
So we averaging about 80 degrees during the day now, and then 60s at night.
Oh man. See, that's regular weather, Kyle. That's regular weather. This dude, he's got regular weather. Now I done came over here. I got the dynamic opposite of Chicago. we got the heat make it go, oh Lord, and then we got the winters that's pleasant. Crazy.
You got the weather that the old folks like. That's the stuff that bring them out to the desert when they retire.
Yeah. That's why so many old people out here, and that's another reason why it's not as much violence out here. That and the fact that it's an open carry state, so you break into somebody's house here, you just gonna get blown away, most likely. No. I don't care who house you break into, they blah, everybody packing down here. So
you got Ace Rothstein up in the crib ready to smoke.
Hell yeah, man. I don't know what's taking so long for my conceal and carry to get here. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they found out I was a brother. I tried to make my picture presentable.
You gotta go. You can't go by Willie. You gotta go by William.
William, yeah.
Is that it? Yeah, because white people be trying to call me William all day. They be like, Willie is on your birth certificate? I'd be like, yes. Yes. Shit. Why would I
That's
lie
a
about
Jay-Z
that?
line, though. Don't
Why would you lie and say your name Willie? What the hell?
Got to put William on the application. That's the way he passed.
Dude, that's what people was telling me in
tell
Chicago.
the white people you can call you Bill. They'll really help you.
Right. I was a kid, man. Look, tell a 10-year-old kid, Willie is on his birth certificate. You calling him Bill. I never understood that. Hey, Bill, come here. And I'm just like, Bill. Willie, whatever you go by. Hey, you call me? I'm like, what the hell is Bill? That's Bill is short for Willie. Oh, obviously. No, I don't get it. Hey, we got a lot of drugs here, obviously. So it's a lot of drugs. So back in Chicago, I live in South Shore back in Chi-Town, Dave. Where you live, man? I'm in South Shore over there.
Kenwood.
Okay. So you know we got a lot of crackheads in the South Shore. Lots. but it's crack. See, you get it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody walking around, they smell like weed. Like, man, they smell like leafy greens. You know, somebody walking around, they didn't smoke too many squares. Like, damn, they smell like a cigarette. Out here, it's a different drug. I don't know what the hell they on out here, but they be tweaking, man, and they look like something different. Just
ain't a lot of meth and stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of those type of injection drugs, and then you got the stuff that's just like, it's got a name and you don't even know how they ingest it, but you look at them and you're like, they on something. I don't know what the fuck it is, but they on something, definitely.
Have you come across any drugged out hookers with a heart of gold yet?
Not a heart of gold, but definitely a lot of drugged out hookers. I mean, and you know, they drugged out, so they have no idea that they feet even hurting them high heels. They be walking miles in them motherfuckers, man. I'll be on the bus sometimes. I'll be like, damn, I just seen her like last 2-3 stops and she's still walking in them heels like it's nothing. It's got to be the drug, man. Yeah, they got to get their money out here, boy. It's a lot of hustlers out here, man. A lot of hustlers. There's more hustlers out here than gangsters, so that's another reason. I was really getting away from the violence, man. That violence and that racism, I couldn't take it. It was too much. I admire the move that you made, Rook, because it wasn't easy. Right? You just said you slept in your car for a while, and you went out there basically with no prospects, right? You didn't have anything. Yeah, I had friends, but I didn't want to call on them. You know what I'm saying? Like when they find out eventually, because they will, they gonna be pissed. They gonna be like, "You was living in what? Why didn't you tell?" You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't even tell my family or nobody. I was just like, it's warm weather out here. I got SNAP benefits still, so I wasn't hungry ever. But I was just living in my car. You know what I'm saying? Washing up in Starbucks and Lowe's and shit like that. It was all right. You know, most stress I had in the day was, trying to find out where to take a dump and avoiding the police at night because they always would come and mess with me.
Man, it's real, man. But it look like you're doing better now, right? So you're working and you got your place and stuff. So
yeah, it's crazy, man.
And it probably would have been harder to be in that position in Chicago. It'd been much harder to be in that position in Chicago.
Dude, I was living with my mom in Chicago, period. Like, it just, job prospects wasn't the way they wasn't how they are here. Like, I can quit my job. I've done this. I quit my job and literally haven't gone without working for 30 days straight. I ain't not had a job for a full month here. I always find something quick. Unemployment ain't even kick in, and I got another job. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing construction now. Working with H&R Block before, but that working from home wasn't for me, man. You working from home, brother, Dave?
Yeah, right now. Be changing soon, but for now, yeah.
Yeah, I pray for you to get out of that, man. I feel like your house is probably getting smaller and smaller every day, isn't it? It's like, oh my God.
You can't get away from them kids either.
Right, the kids make it smaller.
Oh, yeah. It's never a dull moment, but it's fun. Like I said, it's less stressful than what I was dealing with. So I'm grateful.
Kyle, you got California and you got Vegas to go and visit.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm gonna try to get out there and see both of y'all as soon as I can.
You need to, man, because you dark, man. They're gonna start thinking you doing the looting out there, brother. You know how they pick on us dark dudes. David don't know nothing about that.
I keep my ass in the house. I don't go out unless I need to, man. But look, let's go into that though, man, because they doing all this stuff now. They got this playbook that they always do, that they consistently do now. They shut off downtown. They got the bridges up and everything. And there's been a lot of talk online about how it represents the separation of Black people in the neighborhoods from the central area, the business district, or whatever you want to call it, the place where the Chicago projects itself out into the world as some type of world-class city, but it's still a city that has deep internal issues at its core.
Bingo.
And it's really like, it's the type of thing that leads to systemic problems that don't get addressed because Bingo. Chicago is always fronting on itself.
Bingo.
And
Bingo.
You know,
there's so many metaphors too. That beam is one.
Yeah, it's like, it's very metaphorical as well as literal, because you like I said, people, it's like London Bridge. You flipping off the rest of the city by flipping those bridges up, and you saying, another person said, I don't know, Dave, I know you ain't watched Game of Thrones. I don't know how much you did, Rook, but King's Landing is a good metaphor for it, because King's Landing was where the Lannisters were. The Lannisters were the rich people with the money and stuff, the rich evil people with the money. Yeah. And they let everybody else around them was poor and struggling and, on the street and stuff. It's the have and the have-nots.
But that's a constant thing. That's a constant thing. Remember Batman?
It's always been
Gotham City. It was no middle ground there either. It was like rich and poor, period. It wasn't nothing else in between. And that's what they're doing in Chicago. They're obliterating the middle class. If not, they have already done it. I think they already did it. That's why I couldn't get a job to speak of over there. And I got a degree. The hell? So and Kyle, Dave, just like you said, don't use William. I mean, use William, don't use Willie. I had somebody tell me don't use 60649.
Yeah.
And I swear, I started getting looks at jobs when I started lying about, my area, my zip code.
Yeah,
freaking crazy. Because man, it's our most popular dish is what? What's our most popular dish, man, in Chicago?
Chicken? Amongst the people or
pizza? What?
What's the main dish that everybody talk about when they say, man, you got some of that blah, blah, blah in Chicago that I can try? Pizza, right. Think about pizza, man. It's got slices, right? That's how Chicago is. It's all sliced up just like a pizza. Redlining kept a lot of us from jobs, benefits, things like that nature. They knew exactly what the blacks were. They knew exactly what the whites were and everything in between. That is the metaphor. That pizza and that damn bean in the middle. Remember when they dropped that $12 million bean in the middle of Chicago? And then next year they was like, yeah, we're in a deficit by this much. They bought all those cameras. They put the $12 million bean down there because aesthetics counts, not nothing else though. And then they Go ahead.
You right on point, Brooke. And I went into this earlier. Y'all can see the video now. It's up on our page here with Mike Terra. We was talking about the shooting with FBG Duck and all the rioting now. Two major riots in 2 months. Downtown. They scared as hell down there now. The Gold Coast,
they deserve
River North. They scared as hell.
They deserve it. They deserve it. Right. We're scared every day. We're scared every day, man. Trying to get jobs, trying to get food for our family, trying to just get by. We scared every day. And they down there posh as hell, comfortable as hell. And I'm not trying to, throw shade at them, but damn, man, we got a president that's out of touch too. And that shit feels horrible, don't it?
That does.
Horrible.
And we got to look at his goofy name on the building down there every day.
Right. His name is everywhere. Everywhere I visited, man. I went to like Vegas. I went to like New York.
Oh, definitely Vegas.
And everywhere the people there was the natives would show me that ugly ass building in every city. They was like, there's a Trump building. You can flip it off if you want. That happened everywhere I went, bro. Everywhere I went, because I was trying to find where I was gonna go, Dave. I was like flying off of United and just going places, checking them out. And that's how I knew I wanted to come here without even knowing. How you know to go to Cali, man? You got people out there?
Yeah, I'm living with my in-laws.
Okay. That's what's up.
He said he got babysitters now.
Yeah, I didn't quite dig deep like I wanted to, but
no. But the bookshelf behind me isn't mine. I only been here 6 weeks.
He don't read that much.
Not that much. I'm not that deep.
But guys, we got a special guest. We're going to bring on a special guest.
Who's that?
Mr. Philmore Greene.
Yo!
What's good, fellas, man? I ain't special, man.
What's going on?
The sharpshooter from the west side.
How y'all feeling, man? How y'all been?
Good.
Awesome, man. Philmore, look, bro. I don't know if you can see it, man.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Dope.
Yeah.
Salute, bro.
I gotta get you to sign it, fam. You know I am. I gotta get an autograph on there.
Where you at? You in Chicago?
Oh, you know I'm not, man. I'm in Vegas, man.
Oh, you're in Vegas.
Yeah, we just got through talking about that Chicago thing, though.
Oh,
he out there in Vegas with the hustlers and the strippers, Phil.
Yeah, he in a good place, man.
Fam, everything that you got a picture of on this front cover is over here in abundance. Everything.
Yeah. That's what I was. Me and a friend of mine were just talking about how that cover art is resonating again. You know how
it's timeless, bro. The way you and Hadi was putting that music together and that artwork on there is timeless, man. Because you could put this record on and it's just like, you know, back in the day when you used to buy music. You know, you look at the damn cover art for the whole time you listen to the album, right? And it was just like, wow. You ain't need to see no music video. You just look at that shit and your whole mind
that's my whole thing, man. I take the art real serious within the artwork, man.
I feel that.
Salute to Zeph Farmby. He's doing the next one as well.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. We gonna talk about what you got coming up, man. But you know, going back to that project, man, I still remember me and Dave, we got the exclusive session with y'all before you put it out, man. Y'all blessed us, and you know, I'm so glad that the album, you know, I'm sure you could consider it a success, man, because it deserves it, man. I think it's a landmark album, man. I think it's one of those things that really helped bring real hip hop back to Chicago, and you know, I just let me get your thoughts, man, just on, you know, at this point, man, what do you think about the impact of Third World City and what it meant to your career, man? At this point, you got to go out on tour. You got to go on a national tour behind that album, man.
Yeah, that's
with Sky Zoo, man. That was great.
Man, like everything. Thank you, first and foremost, but everything. Every salute to my guy Bro. He was the first one to tell us. You know, I don't really look at. I'm not the dude to really look at a lot of numbers and stuff. I just do the music, do the art, and take it from there. But my man Bro, we was sitting in the crib chilling. We were going over the records. This is like a few months before the album came out. He was like, "Man, this is a classic. They're gonna love it."
Yeah.
And Zeph put his touches behind the artwork, and I told him, like, you know, I wanted something to tell us. I wanted it to be an event. The artwork alone. Yeah.
I mean, shout out to you, man, because see, like the way you rap, it's the way I used to get really, really into the fanship of this thing, because you do the really good job of storytelling, man.
Thank you.
Like the storytelling was phenomenal in this, man. You remind me of like, you know, Scarface from the West Side of Chicago, man. You on the West Side, right?
Man, thank you, man. That's one of the
Ice Cube, Scarface. You know what I'm saying? The storytellers, man, dude.
Yeah,
like this. Chicago need to get on the map more than it is right now because I'm sick of the same crazies being announced every time when they want to like talk about who does well there. You know, Common, Kanye. Come on, man. We got so many others.
It will be.
Yeah, man. You know, we know it too. We know it.
Just gotta keep putting in the work, man. The core people that's making some noise and really doing what we doing, taking our art first and not compromising.
Hell yeah.
It'll be on the map soon, you know. But we gonna. I got a lot in store, man.
I was plugging High D for so many years. I was plugging High D for so many years. That's how I got to know you. But I was just like, I mean, plugging him. I'm like, High D, will you shoot a video for this, man? I know we ain't got no money, no budget. We just got to do it. He was like, I don't care, man. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? We did it over beers, homie. You know what I'm saying?
I tell him all the time. Like he knows. Like I told him, like I came on the scene on his back, you know, because when we first started recording, like I wasn't even really off the porch with it. I had dropped a mixtape and freestyles here and there, been out networking, meeting people, you know, never burning bridges. And he just sat down one day after we recorded like 60 records. He sat down, he was like, man, next week we putting together a playlist. Because I'm a perfectionist. He was like, we putting together a playlist, man. We put that playlist together. We formed the story around it. Got my cousin to come in, a homegirl from out south. She came in, did her part with my cousin. They didn't know each other. That made it even better. And they intertwined they put every. It's like
in jail. It was like a patchwork clip. I mean, and they put it together, and it was like not just the West Side represented that. That was all sides of Chicago. Every time I listen to it, Philmore, every time I listen to it, it's like I'm back blocks away from the L, my nigga. I sweat it.
And that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to, if you hadn't been to Chicago ever in your life, we wanted you to come on a journey with us through where we from. That's why when I was telling my cousin, I was telling Earl, like, you know, because when he did the skits, he had just not came home a little before that from the penitentiary. So I was like, man, just sit down and say what you want to say. Yeah, we got like an hour, and then when we went out, we grabbed Brittany, we got her to come in, and she did her part with Earl. They got like an hour and a half worth of stuff, and we chopped it down to the ones we felt.
Man, that's dope.
That was dope. And Hadi did his one too. That was
who does that, man? Who does that anymore? Who sculpts albums anymore? Man. Like, and actually get known for it. Because there's a lot of cats that do like we do, like make albums, sculpt them. You know what I'm saying? Not just the beats, not just the rhymes. Yeah,
everything we planned for that project. That's what we did for. We did everything we had planned out for the project. We wanted to start it off. We wanted to treat it like it was music in the '90s. How you would promote the album for a year. And do all that other stuff with it. We toured off of it. We sold units. We did vinyl. We did CDs. We did merch. We did everything we wanted to do for that project. And that's like that's the format to what we're gonna do with everything. You know, especially the vinyls. That's a key part of the game nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Culture Power is doing some shit. They really are. They really are. And,
yes.
Your boy Hadi is a different dude after he came out of school. He's just a different dude. He's a different guy, man.
Hey, man,
I got two
thing about Hadi.
So go ahead.
No, go ahead, and I'll tell you.
He's just a different dude, man. Like I got interviews before he went to school, and I got the last one I got, which was right after, and two totally different cats. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put it this way: I'm a filmmaker, and I was trying to get him to see certain shit, but he see it all now. You know what I'm saying? Everything I was trying to get him to see now, he see it now. So
I sat back for 2 years while Hadi went to school. I didn't record with him unless he wanted me to come do a project with him. You know, after school, I didn't bother him. because I knew when he came back, I needed that new ear. When he went to school for those years, I knew he was going to come back with a new ear and a new approach to everything he was doing. So I had to take advantage of that. Not even take advantage. I had to just be patient.
Yeah.
And I knew the advantage was going to be his new ear towards the music. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
right.
That worked, man. Dude he's a beast, man. And he back on the mic too.
Oh,
so he
yeah. Because I'm seeing him drop little shit here and there. You know what I'm saying? Man. I saw like a video or something, like a music video, and then he dropping some wax or something. Yeah. So,
bro,
man.
back on. He back on the mic. He back spitting.
I can tell because he ain't picking up the phone, bro. Whenever he busy, he don't pick the phone up. So
you can't get hot
ever. You can't ever get that, brother. Yeah.
So we could see him. We could see him on the new project with you.
On this new project, is he on? I don't even think he on this one.
What?
I think it's only one rap feature. See, this is the thing, right? I had an album done. It was supposed to come out May 6th, but we didn't know what was gonna happen with the COVID. Y'all might have saw me pumping up Knowledge and Power. That's the name of the album. So we sat that one on ice because we didn't know what was about to happen. So just like everybody else in the music industry around that time, freaked out. You know what I'm saying? They put all the music. We sat the album on ice. So I sat in the crib for like 2.5 weeks. I was like, man, no way I can go this long without recording. So as y'all saw, I'm sitting right now, you know what I'm saying? Like I got the lab in the crib. So I did like, and I move off inspiration and I move off the times. So I felt like Knowledge and Power can come out anytime because I'm being more informative. But I wanted to make something reflecting the times right now. So I got the equipment, recorded them, new album. Y'all didn't, like, I ain't even told the title yet. It's going to be titled Essential Work.
Okay.
Essential Work meaning, it's a play on the words, and the times meaning, this is a salute to the essential workers. I was forced to not record. I couldn't go to the studio, couldn't go to Hadid crib because of the respect of, we wanted to be careful.
Yeah.
And as well as I got the equipment, I taught myself how to record. I taught myself how to arrange it, do a little mixing to it. That's essential. So it's just my music is essential, and the times couldn't have been, I don't want to say perfect, but the timing was there. So I got 10 more records. Essential Work will be the next Philmore Greene release. Then I got some more joints coming, then Knowledge and Power. Hadid produced, that's our next fully produced by Hadid. That's our next album fully produced by Hadid. Just like Third World City, Knowledge and Power is the one produced by him. But that's going to come out. That's coming out probably the top of next year because I'm finna put out Essential Work. But that's me with like 2 features. I'm just rapping all over that boy. You know what I'm saying?
Are you gonna be able to tell us the producers on Essential?
Work?
Can you drop producers on there now?
Yeah, man. We control everything, man. Like this is I ain't a major none, but
shit, we want to know, man. That's major for me.
I can hold on, I wrote it down, man.
Yeah.
I wrong.
You got to play. Yeah, you got
not everybody can have the blue headphones, Kyle. Not everybody can have the blue headphones. You got to write shit down up in here.
I wrote it down, man. I wrote it down. So on the album, on the Essential Work project, I got it's a cat out of UK. His name is Luis Blue. Another cat out of the UK. Named Aj Adams. He's very dope. He I could probably play that record for y'all. He did too, called Dr. Sebi. I got Rashid Hadi, of course, international MC, Fifth Element.
Okay.
Dr. Mindbender.
All right.
Waiting on a Tall Black joint. Waiting on Tall Black to send me some joints back.
Wow.
Tall Black. I got SC who did some joints for Mobb Deep, SC, cat out of Connecticut named PhD.
He's still going. He's still reading. He's still reading.
Rut, man.
Slide.
You been busy. Slide. Shout out Slide A.
Woo!
And Kenny Keys.
Wow. That is
Kenny
beyond.
Keys. Love Kenny.
That's beyond solid sounding.
It's gonna be like an all-star. Yeah, man. It's gonna be very. Man, they were just sending me beats, man. I was recording every night. Boom. Wow. I got the lab in the crib. Like I'm
that show, man. That show the respect you got now, man, because people know you a real one out here, man. They know that they stuff gonna sound good with your raps.
I'm gonna tell you this much. You can tell he's on his internet grind because that's how you get the UK. You get the UK quick if you on your internet grind, period. They be on that. They be on it, man.
I got a couple of cats like my man Sir Williams from the UK. He get busy. He might. That's not the final track list, but he might sneak one on here. I'm still rearranging joints. He might sneak one on there, but it's a bunch of dudes, man. Like Kenny Keys sent me some joints. Well, I actually picked out some joints from Kenny before the pandemic.
Yeah, Kenny, boy.
I got like 20 Kenny Keys beats, man.
20?
I got
a whole project with Kenny would be kind of crucial.
That would be nuts.
I got Kenny, Endless Hadi records. I got
right.
I got a ton of Hadi beats.
Yeah.
Rashid Hadi beats. Slade sent me like 6 joints. Tall Black, I got 3 from him. You know, man, it's gonna be dope, man. Like and I'm not sitting on any of this stuff no more, man. Like from the time Essential Work dropped.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Don't do that,
man. I'm gonna be dropping joints,
get that stuff out, man. That's
appreciated, man.
That's my issue with certain folk, man. Is just sitting on stuff too long, and it's like you could bless the world with that and just move on to the next.
Yeah.
I mean, make sure you got your own stuff in order. Like, you got your own branding and everything. You got your branding, you got your whole life musically out there, so you can put it out there.
Yeah.
You ain't owned by nobody, so bam, do that
That's
stuff.
the beauty
man.
of it, man. We're gonna do a lot of stuff. Thank you, bro. We're gonna do a lot, man. Like,
Dave, you got anything to say, man? I know you feel it.
Oh,
you gotta be feeling
Dave,
this.
we've been thinking you've been frozen for a minute, man.
No, I've been taking it all in. No, I'm looking forward to it the same as everybody else is. I was just thinking back to when you guys were talking about, Third World City was my favorite track off that, and that's Tomorrow, and that stays on repeat.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Tomorrow is basically. I wrote that whole record. Like I said, I move off inspiration, man. That record was inspired off Freedom of Jail clips inserted. The baby's being born, same time a man is murdered, the beginning and end. Those bars right there inspired that whole record. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was. Me listening to that record, I had the beat, I just poured it up, and I got to it, man.
Okay. Look, something out of nothing is mine, bro. Something out of nothing. That was so hard. That beat was so hard. I got like goosebumps, man. I listened to that.
Listen, I did the same thing when I heard it.
Right.
For real. That beat didn't make it to a folder. When I walked in Hadi's crib, he was just finishing that beat. And I was like, what is this? Who on it? He was like, it's new. Ain't nobody rapped over it. So I was like, man, what you gonna do with it?
Yo, he infamous for that. He infamous for that.
And man, I got down on it, you know.
That's what's up, man. You know who we did that with that I witnessed?
Who?
Taiwan Davis. Like me and Hadi we was going in. We was going in back and forth every week, man. And I went over there one time, and Taiwan was putting out Still Here. Yeah. And man, couple of tracks he played off of there. I was like, whoa! And I'm talking about Taiwan was just grabbing him. He was just playing shit. He was like, yo, is that taken? Like, no, all right, that's mine.
And Taiwan writes real fast too.
Yeah. He's so proficient with everything he do though.
Yeah, he
like
writes
everything.
Fast, man. He's a quick worker. You know, so
I bumped that Still Here this year like it just came out.
Dude, it's another classic. Like Philmore shit is a classic. Still Here is a classic. You know what I'm saying? Like, it kills me how Chicago people got. 1979 that me and my bandmate put out was a classic. Motherfuckers sleep on it. They sleep on it in Chicago. They know about it in the UK and everywhere else. But I mean, we've been doing some stuff in the underground, man. That's why I'm glad we got this. We got our little soapboxes here so we can make sure see it and hear it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad Philmore Cat
y'all deserve it.
Ain't scared to put the shit out, man. There's a lot of artists that's scared to do that, man. A lot of artists do that.
Man, listen, it's once I tell you that was the start of everything, man. I ain't taking advantage of. No, I'm not taking anything for granted, man. Like this music got to come out, and I see the formula dudes is doing, so I see if they doing it, I can do it, but I can do it well thought out. No disrespect to anybody else, but I know myself. You know what I'm saying? So I could, and I got the studio in the house.
Hey man, that's the meat and potatoes right there. You got
man. You
got the cook shop right there, homie.
Listen,
right
there. Cook shop is up. You know,
yes,
I'm here.
Kyle,
feel like
ask him the question, man.
What question?
Man, what is that? What did Kyle ask us, man? And I forgot now. Kyle asked us a couple of questions about Chicago and stuff. Because we got.
Let's get into. We'll get into that right quick. But I just want to give him the one thing because I talked with Mike Terra a couple hours ago, and he got a project coming out, and he told me like the way that his writing has been affected by what's going on this year, and it sort of opened him up in a lot of ways, and like open as far as space and time goes. So I was just wondering, from your opinion, Phil, like what's it been like to create amongst all this time that we're spending right now of quarantining and social upheaval and all this stuff and unrest? Like, how's it affected your writing and in the way that you create it?
Well, first off, man, like before the COVID, I didn't have the means of recording at home. Like I didn't even write here before this. I would have to search for the creative space. I would write when I'm in the studio or out, But now I had to, because of the COVID, I had to make the time and make the space and create the space to record and write and do all that stuff. Yeah. I mean, it was necessary. Lost some sleep doing it, but it's necessary, due to the times. Like we can't move around, we can't do the things we would normally do.
Right.
So got the studio equipment and I figured it out. It's been really, to be honest, my pen been moving faster.
Okay.
Because it's easy access now. I'm not saying it wasn't before, but I respect Habib time. Like if he's working on something, I won't even ask. I will wait until bro got time. You know what I mean? So now it's in my kitchen. I can wake up and go get to work. And that's what I've been doing. Late nights. That's what I've been doing. After the game, I'm gonna cook up. So my pen.
We got games to watch now. So.
Yeah, I know.
You say you're a perfectionist though, man. So that's something I'm struggling with. Knowing how to record myself and everything. I had to kind of ignore mixing and just spit and then edit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You said you're a perfectionist, so I'm like, how did you? What's your method when you get up in there, man, and you cook up a song like real quick? Like, what's your method? Because I know being a perfectionist is hard to just be like, all right, I'm gonna go with this mix and that's it.
Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me well?
Yeah, you good.
Yeah. Being a perfectionist is crazy. Like, I'm gonna show y'all an example. I'm gonna show you an example. I don't know if you can. Let me see if you can. How do I turn the camera? I'm gonna show you a good example. I don't even know how to turn the camera, man. Well, I'm gonna do this.
That works. That works.
That picture. That's a picture to a project That's a picture to a project that's not even. I ain't even wrote a verse for it yet.
Damn.
But I know how I want it to sound, and I know when it's gonna come out, and I know, you know, when I'm gonna start. I'm already starting to write it, but I haven't recorded anything for it yet. But when I got that picture, my homie took that picture. He's from Queens. He took it. I asked him, can I buy it from him? So he sold it to me, and I created a whole project off that picture alone. So that's a process. Like I can do the artwork in my phone or pull up Photoshop. I can, I can create a piece of art, and then write the record.
Yeah.
So it happens different ways for me. You know.
Yeah.
I can sit down. I can hear a beat. I could think of a little scene in my head, and I could write that. A lot of times I had an art first, and I do that. Like, you know, for my next 4 projects, I got the artwork for them already.
That's crazy. I never heard that from an artist ever.
So it's kind of
me either.
Weird.
Yeah,
it's very weird. So that's how
a lot of time artwork is the last thing on the artist's mind, man. For most people I talk to, they don't even think about how important that shit is.
I like that. Y'all see it? I plan on
Hell
dropping
yeah.
the project in October.
Hell yeah, man.
But I get the art first, and then, you know, I start cooking up.
Hey man, it's funny because a lot of this COVID stuff, this COVID stuff, we gonna hear people talking about this stuff, and I'm hoping that somebody takes like a Stevie Wonder approach to it, like you doing, where it's like trying to take somebody through these steps and through these days and months, realistically. You know what I'm saying? Like realistically, what was the stuff you was bitching about, moaning about, the stuff that changed? Like it could be something like, you know, up in the house, cooped up with 2 kids, and your life changed that way, you know. But it's honest, you know. And Russell
Dave
Simmons,
rap
man,
about that.
Yeah, Dave, all day long. That's why Dave's sitting in front of them damn books. It's the only piece he get all damn day, looking like an attorney.
Yeah, I mean, at one point, Phil, I had a question for you. How do you? Yeah, and it's kind of relates to some recent events. I mean, FBG Duck being killed. How do you feel? And I don't mean, and I ain't trying to, you know, shade the dead by any means, but how do you feel when rappers who don't necessarily have your technical level of skill or sophistication, for lack of a better term, you know, are lionized? And it seems like that happens out in Chicago a lot. We always tend to, you know, hold on a pedestal. I hate to say it, but the mediocre, for lack of a better term. I mean, you know, of course you getting your shine working another, you know, especially right now working in other markets, but just not getting the same shine that, for lack of a better term, the young boys do. And you know, what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, man, you know, that's a good question too, man. But I don't knock nobody else hustle or grind. You know, I mean. He probably could have known somebody, but we know that a lot of guys in that market, what they thrive off of and what they get on off of. They get on off of real life situations that could never be resolved. You know, so that's a way of them expressing themselves. You know, can I rhyme over them type of joints? Can I do that type of music? Yes, I can, but I won't feel right doing it because that ain't what I fell in love with.
There you go.
So I think you know, I don't knock they grind, man, or they hustle. It's just like the artists I grew up listening to and I wanted to sound like, they still relevant. You know what I'm saying? The Snoops, the Scarfaces, the UGKs, the Jay-Z's, the Nas's, the Biggies, you know, the Raekwons, the Ghostfaces. You know, and I'm not even knocking the way they rap, man, but that's just real, you know.
When you're real with yourself,
like they real with themselves.
Exactly.
But the thing is, these record labels love to sell violence and sex.
Love it.
So if you got an artist out of Chicago coming out, Chicago the hot spot, you go anywhere in the world right now and say you're from Chicago, they're gonna look at you like, oh man, you made it. You like you really here. How is it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if the labels want to sell sex and violence, and these dudes here are rapping about that stuff, and they really mean it, it's real gang lifestyle, is real. They really mean it. They dissing dead people, and they really saying what they want to do when they see that person, and they know based on the numbers and the the statistics, it's really bound to happen, and it can happen. So, of course, they're going to sign them over me that want to tell you the consequences of both worlds, the shooter and the one that's getting shot. You know what I'm saying? So, that I hope that answered the question. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I feel about it, man. Like they playing into what the people want, but that's really their life.
No, I appreciate those insights, and agree. But it's unfortunate because it used to be a time where you could be talking, where you could talk about that lifestyle and still be articulate about it. I mean, and to use. I mean, well, I hate to. It's kind of ironic using Twister right now because he's running armed security. But he was one of the main people that was able to articulate being from that lifestyle and do it with some skill. I mean, and it's just like now you can't do it. If you do talk about that life, you're coming off sounding like, I hate to use the rookie word, but coon. And it's just really unfortunate.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's unfortunate, but all they're playing into a crowd of their own. You know, they playing into a crowd of their own, man. And if that's what it takes for them to get off. This is the thing that I don't agree with. If you got a record deal and you making money and you got an opportunity to do something for your family and move forward in life and say, I used to do that, do it. Because it's millions of guys that love to have that position.
Right.
They're not doing that. They forgetting about that part. Get the record deal. You're in the business. You have a career. Streets over. You know what I mean? Like they don't do that. But it is guys that had that type of content and still made it, like a Twister.
Or like a Benny the Butcher.
Yeah, Benny the Butcher.
He like a modern day version of that, where it's like, but he kind of glorifies it, but he be real with it though. You know what I'm saying? Like he be like, hey, I ain't still doing this. I don't have to do this no more. Blah 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 blah. So he be honest, and I think that's the main part that I want to talk about. Is like, remember Russell Simmons? Russell Simmons say a lot of stuff, and it just go over my head a lot of times. But one thing that he used to always say was that the artists that made it, or the artists that got furthest with him, were the ones that were most honest about their lives, along with the music. Yeah. So, and that's going to what Philmore talking about with this guy. He may or may not be in that life, but that's what he's spitting and that's what he's promoting. And I hate that what happened to him because my mama hit me up and told me about it. I ain't never knew about this guy. My mother knew about him. What the hell? So
listen, respect to him, but he was in that life, man.
Yeah.
He was definitely no question.
Yeah.
Wow.
No question.
I mean, a lot of it, and I don't want to cite my stuff again, but like I said, I just got through talking with Mike Terra, and what part of what we discussed in regards to Duck was that, at a certain point, you have to learn how to shed those things that attach from you coming from the streets, and you gotta learn and grow in a certain point. And I guess it's in a lot of ways he just hadn't gone through that process yet. And I know, Phil, you a bit older than Duck is. I want to know, like, for you, what has the process been like in regards to you? At one point, you was a dude on the West Side. You from the turf. I'm sure you had your connections to whoever in the streets, and you still maintain some of them connections. But you're also being a working artist, and from what I've seen, pretty responsible about your daily dealings. How much of a challenge is that for you, or has it been for you to, maintain yourself in that type of way and not give in to certain destructive things that can allow an artist to get shot up or be in prison or do things that, you know, that are destructive like that.
Well, I was born in a gang lifestyle, man. Like my you know, when your parents were active gang members, you know, you see certain things growing up, and you have that option. Like I look at it this way: in my area, or in any ghetto, any hood, or anywhere, you have a square, like a box. We all in this box, right? And everybody in the middle. One corner of the box is a 9 to 5. One corner of the box is a trade. One corner is, you know, drugs, and one corner is the streets. You choose what corner you want to go to. And I'm just making names up, but that's how I pictured it. I always looked at other people, and looked at the things they did and the mistakes they may have made, and the consequences and the penalties of those mistakes, and I applied to myself. Like, I can't do that. This is what I need to do. You know, was I perfect? No. You know what I mean? Nobody's perfect on this earth. But I look at those things and I look and say, it's something simple. Like, you know, one of my homies get married faster than usual. I would look at that and say, okay, it didn't work for him like it should have. So maybe I shouldn't do that around that time. Even though I'm a different person, my situation was different, and you know, everybody's different. It may not work for me like it did for him, because so many people out here don't work that way for them. But I look at, like, I got a lot of homies like that's in the penitentiary and not here. You know, I look at them and how they always championed me and always wanted me to rhyme. And when they were alive and free, I never really took the shit serious. So now I think, like, man, like, they ain't even here to see it, and they not even here to. My brother, he passed when I was 16. He was 19. Never heard me spit a rhyme. Never. Street violence, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was in the streets. So I learned off that. I thought when I was 16, okay, I got to be careful out here, but why I'm going to be when I'm 19? Yeah. So I had that mindset as a kid, man. So that's how I owe a lot of that, man. And the realest answer to this question is the studio, bro. Like, it was a lot of times the studio saved me. Like, I could have been in a certain situation, you know. This is growing up, like 18, 19 years old. It's been plenty of times I could have been, you know, I was in car with my sister one day, true story, and car with my sister, and, you know, I had to go to the lab the next morning. I didn't want to stay out and kick it, so I told her to take me to the crib. I was sitting in the back seat, passenger side. Her friend was in the front, and there was another friend next to me. My sister dropped me off, went right back around the block to my grandmother's crib. Minutes after she dropped me off, dudes came on the block shooting, shot at one of our other cousins, turned around, shot at her car because it was sitting there, hit her friend in the arm, and guess where the bullet went through? Directly through the seat I would have been sitting in. So it would have been. So I think of those type of things. I mean, even though it's, you know, it didn't happen, but I think, like, damn, one crazy decision, I'd have still been in that car. Right. But I had to go to the lab the next morning. I take it serious. I respect that, my passion, and I got out the car and I took it serious. Because, you know, you teenagers, we tend to blow shit off and be like, I'll get there. No matter how tired I am, I'm kicking it tonight. I was the dude to say, man, I don't want to go to a club. I got to go to the lab tomorrow. I got to write this record. I was that way since I was 17, 18. Yeah. So that saved me from a lot of situations, you know. So that got me this far, you know. And now to be able to work with the shorties and be able to see, you know, other kids live you know, go towards their dreams and become passionate about something right before my eyes, man, that's a blessing. But I know it sounds cliche. I'm an artist.
No, it doesn't, man. No.
But, you know, The studio, bro. The studio. Music and rap, it saved me.
So you know you got to teach it now, right? You got to get to it. Once you put out enough albums, you got to get to the point where you start showing them. Because that's what I'm gonna do too, man. Like just teach, man. Because I think you'd be a great one, man. I think you'd be a great one, brother.
Thank you, bro. Like that's
the way you can explain yourself with us, you know, and put that shit in album form and can interview. That's not art. Man. Not a lot of artists can do that, man.
Thank you.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Like
Phil.
Yo.
Go ahead.
No, I wasn't about to say nothing, man. I'll be rambling, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can ramble, man.
No, man. I feel you, man. I'm like I said, I'm glad you here to build with us, man. And,
yo, man.
You know, we just talking. That's all we do today. We just talking and building with each other, man.
Right.
All you brothers. And you know, I just want to get your thoughts right quick though on what's been happening in the city, man. Particularly in the past like 2 days or so, man. There's been a lot of wildness. There's been a lot of you know, stuff happening from downtown and the spread back to some areas. I saw some stuff out west today. They was talking about some people getting in, you know, going through some stores and stuff. And you know, from your point of view, man, you know, there's a lot of different ways to look at these things. I just want to get your point of view on this stuff, man. I know the people are. I know people are frustrated out here. People are hungry. People are desperate, and you know, I don't know. Is Chicago the fourth world?
We lost them.
Yeah, you got that question though.
You said what?
I think he said it's Chicago like the fourth world or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I forgot who I was talking to the other day. We were just speaking about the artwork to the project. Hold on, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, last word we heard.
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Was Chicago the fourth world? Fourth world, like that's what you was talking about.
Yeah. I just it's sort of making a. Yeah, I know. I got some internet issues, but I'm just making sort of a clever reference. Like, is it is a third world city? You can say, is it a fourth world city now? Are we deteriorating out here? You know,
man. Listen,
that's something that I'm afraid of. That we're fighting so many of these things, and we need to fight these things.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't know, man. It's like to me, see like a lot of people are losing their heart and their soul out here, man, and they just doing bad, man.
Like I was just telling the guys, man, like we were just talking about how the cover art to Third World City still relevant. You know what I mean? Like it's all of that stuff still going on today. But this city, man, this city is like it's no structure. And I don't really, you know, they say it's not cool to talk about politics, but I really like Mayor Lightfoot. I think she's very passionate about, you know, getting this city together the best way she can. You can look at her and you can tell like she really wants to see Chicago a greater place. You know, that's what I get from it. But it's crazy, man. It's not enough structure in this city. It's not enough structure, and we ain't doing nothing but following the leaders, man. Because this city was built on bad politics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if the politicians ain't acting right, how they gonna expect the people to act right?
Yeah, and that's the part that the media I think needs to do a better job of being honest about. Because I mean, think about it, man. If you got a bug problem, you got a bug issue, you got to nip it in the bud in order to kill the bugs, right?
For sure.
You can't just be like, yeah, I'm gonna stomp them out. I got my shoes and I'm gonna stomp them out. I got a boot here. Boom. You ain't gonna get rid of all of them unless you get to the nitty gritty of that shit. They will never be honest about Chicago. If they never get honest about Chicago, then they can't expect it not to be civil unrest every couple of years. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like Ad 2 said that. Ad 2 said it, and I was like, I've been saying this for years because I was doing a doc on the violence in Chicago, and that's all I saw was a city that was not ready to be honest about where this shit came from. Right. You know what I'm saying? They meat and potatoes is basically racism, man, and redlining and keeping certain people from it, and other people got all this access to it. That's a bad thing, man. That sounds like Gotham City. That's what I was telling the fellas, man.
City that thrives on.
Phil, we was talking about the bridges earlier, about them lifting the bridges up and isolating downtown and stuff. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey man, it's the most segregated city in the country.
Bam.
They don't surprise me. They separate the north side from the west and south. You know what I mean? Like, they don't surprise me, man. Like, there's a lot of stuff up north go on they don't even report about. They don't want the tax value to go up. Property value to go down. Stuff like that. They don't report about a lot of that stuff, man. And I know it go down up north. But they don't report it because the city is segregated. They expect people to come here and get this image in their head to where as though they think that's the place to be and it's not. It's beautiful on the west side. I still live on the west side. Yeah. Dude, is this shit here that pissed me off? Of course. That's everywhere. You're gonna go to Naperville and your neighbor might not mow his lawn. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna piss you off, but it's how you take it and how you take your environment, but this city been segregated, man. It's been segregated and it's not gonna change, opposed to places like New York, very diverse, and you have Nigerian kids growing up best friends with Chinese kids. You very seldom find that here.
Dude, you remember, man, Philmore? Remember when we had that police chief from New York? Remember we had the police chief from New York?
Vaguely.
The dude got fired or whatever.
Oh, McCarthy.
Yeah. Remember what he did? Remember what he did? That kind of. Yeah. Remember what McCarthy did? He tried to turn us into New York. He put all of the heads of the gangs in jail, and that kind of set us on this like rocky path of the streets used to be governed, but now shorties is getting killed. Now babies is getting killed. Now pregnant women is getting killed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like, and a lot of that came from when they say you knock the buildings down, when you knock down the projects, that creates mayhem, simply because closest project for me with tall buildings was Rockwell. Rockwell projects probably stood 20-some stories high. That's one building. It was about 6 buildings over there.
Right.
So if you take those projects of 20-some stories, that's hundreds of people that live in that building. That's their own community.
Mm-hmm.
They do whatever. They sell drugs out of it. They run all types of operations out of those buildings, and people make livings out of those buildings. Like you run through those buildings from the police, you can get lost in that building for days. They don't even chase. A lot of times police don't even chase dudes in the buildings. But I say this to say, that's their community. Those 20-some odd floors. But when you knock that down and you send them on another block that's flat,
right. It's a whole different mind state.
Nah, it's not even a different mind state. What's going to happen? It's going to be a clash because it was people there before them.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to make our money now? So what's going to happen? They're going to fight for it. That's just what happens when they did all that, man. It's destruction, and they put up the project as a project and they tore it down as a project.
Yep.
And that's when we got the drill scene and so on.
Ooh, man. You see how deep we going with this? Man, and look, Philmore, then we got the funny stuff. Then we got the funny stuff like how I work, I work in the film industry, and like Shameless is set for the south side, but we film everything on the west side.
Yeah.
They wouldn't dare shoot that shit over on the south side, man.
Oh, that sounds like the shot.
They did that with the shot too.
Right. It's the same places. You ain't hear that from me. But it's the same places, man. Shameless and the shot. That's all the West Side. That's all the West Side, man. Them people be cooking in them houses. They be having crying babies and everything up in the house while we filming. Be like, all right, we're gonna do that again. Hopefully, Junior is quiet and action.
Crazy, man. But man, this is an interesting shit.
But that's the thing that kills me, though. I think, and there's so much. It like Chicago loves to, like I say, project an image for itself. And it does it through it does it even through stuff like Shameless in the Shy, where we show a little bit of the grit, but it's still a Hollywood version. And it's like, you know, I think there's people with money that really think that, oh, if we throw some TV projects into the neighborhoods, then maybe that'll give them a little money or a little. Like it's little crumb stuff.
Shut up.
What I don't get is why aren't there sustained efforts to invest? And Dave, maybe you could go into this. Why aren't there sustained efforts to invest in our communities? Why don't they get that the best way to keep people from having to feel like that they want to steal and rob and loot is to give them shit in the first place, to give them chances to have shit in the first place. I just don't understand that.
There's no benefit in it. I mean, not to be a savage. There's no benefit in it. I mean, if there's no way to create some economic viability in the community, they're not going to invest money in it. I mean, to Philmore's point, Lightfoot was probably the first person who even kind of talked about having some level of equity or parity. But, you know, it's a little bit too late. I mean, you treat people third-class citizens for the last 160 years, 170 years. That's what you end up with.
Oh, wait. David, you hit a nerve, brother. You hit a nerve, man.
I don't know, but people always, I mean, it's the truth. The truth is why, I mean, not to be a savage, but the truth is wide open. It's like,
it's the truth.
Yeah, it's the truth.
Their bread and butter is with the separation.
But that
cash cow is with us being segregated.
Yeah.
Period. They ain't trying to do nothing like that. We have to care so much about ourselves. We'd have to go ahead and make the fucking wealth gap disappear ourselves, and we still ain't got reparations. So that's a hard fucking thing for us to do. We black people being where we at right now is impressive as shit. You know what I'm saying? We're some really resilient people, man. Straight up.
Yeah, we make do, and but it's got to stop at some point. We got to stop just making do, and we got to get ours, man. And
what I'm saying.
I just don't understand, you know, why it's got to be so hard. But that and you hit the nail on the head, Dave. But I think at the same time, like the powers that be, they got to understand that all this can go away. Like Chicago don't have to be any type. We're already losing population. Every year we lose population.
We can
lose our economic base.
You're losing the population that don't. It's always been a population that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yep. 200.
Right.
They don't want a middle class. All of us that would
start losing the population that does matter too.
That may happen now, but for the past 20 years,
we can start losing the population that does.
No, agreed. But what I'm saying is, for the past 20 years, there's been a population that doesn't matter.
That's been lost. Yeah, that's been gone.
Yeah, you're right.
Dave,
you're right.
My first podcast.
I think you give. You say your first podcast?
Yeah, I lied, man. It's my second podcast. My second podcast is on why people leave Chicago. So I interviewed so many of my friends. About 10 of my friends, I interviewed them. They left Chicago within the last decade, and I interviewed all of them.
Both of you two should be on that.
Dave, you need to be on that shit now. Now I got to call you. I got to get yours too. That's gonna be one of the hardest things I've ever edited in my life.
We all know people. We all know people who. We all know people who have ran out the city, who have been willing to get out the city, and Dave, like you say, it has been for the most part the people who don't matter. But there's no reason why it can't be the people who do matter. It's happened to Detroit. It happened to Cleveland. It happened to Milwaukee.
gonna get got too because
it's gonna happen to Chicago as eventually. If we
greedy, that's why the shit's happening downtown. That's happening now because it's starting to eat itself, man. The snake is starting to eat itself right now.
Yes.
You start having that shit come downtown, then they're gonna start trying to change stuff.
Yeah. Oak Street, you know.
Yep.
People down there was like, we're gonna move, we're moving.
I think it'll happen. If it happens, I don't think it's gonna happen for the reasons that you guys think it's gonna happen. I don't think the riots or the looting is gonna be enough to drive people away from their investment. I think that it'll probably be more of a COVID related thing that ends up doing it. I mean, there's a lot of these stores have been, hit hard economically because people haven't been shopping. And I think if anything, that'll probably be what draws a lot of the.
That's definitely the lead and punch.
Yeah, that's right up here too. Because America likes to use Trump as the thing that they blame for everything. So COVID is going to be the blame for a lot of shit that happens that drastically changes life. And that's why I wish they'd be a lot more honest with us about COVID, so we can be educated. But they wouldn't do that because this ain't the UK. UK do stuff a little bit different. Overseas do shit different. We like to keep people on the screen over here. So we looking dumb as hell fighting with it. Why are we fighting to wear masks here, man? Why are we doing that? Why the fuck are we doing that? Not us specifically. You know what I'm talking about. Why are we carrying picket signs?
Gotta have freedom. Bro.
I'm grown and I don't need to wear a mask. What the hell is wrong with these people, man? You got people marching because we get shot.
People don't even know what freedom is, and they fighting for it.
Come on, man.
Back to my previous statement about why we don't matter in Chicago is because COVID has been disproportionately affecting the people who don't look like them. It's not really all that It ain't a secret.
It ain't, and it goes all the way back.
Dave, what you say? COVID. Dave, what you say? COVID been on the South Side since the 90s.
Oh yeah,
yeah. We called it different. We called it something different.
Exactly.
Then, right?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
But Dave, the thing is, we got to keep reminding ourselves: the media as a whole, even this shit we're on right here, mostly white owned. And so it's hella biased, all right? From Fox News, CNN, fucking Facebook, everything that we broadcast on is biased as hell. It's coming from a point of view that ain't ours. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like where we go to how we're misrepresented and we're not being really spoken for in the right way. You know what I'm saying? So they say, oh, get your own. Oh, we tried that a few times. We get blocked trying to get our own media outlets and things of that nature. But that's why.
Well, yeah, some of our own haven't kept up the institutions either. But that's another story. But
hell yeah,
but yeah, there's definitely issues to that matter.
I'm still boycotting BT. I ain't watched them in over 10 years, man. Piss me off.
I see a lot of people running to be in BET now.
Yeah,
from Beyonce. It's just a lot of people going to not running to it, but they doing business with BET. Prior to all of this, they wouldn't even show,
right
to the awards and nothing like that.
It's gotta, man. There's something going on, man. There's a lot.
I don't know how you could be a musician and want to deal with any of that Viacom shit.
Yeah, because it's like wanting to get in the music industry.
But man, I don't know, man.
Fuck with Sean.
I love talking to. We've been talking all night, man. We.
Oh yeah, because Kyle and Phil, it's a little later there. It's 9:30 there.
Yeah, 7:30 for us West Coasters.
Yeah, it's getting late.
Yeah, so.
Man, Phil, it's been a slice, man.
Let's just start wrapping it up.
Yeah.
Thank you, brothers, man. Thank y'all for having me, man.
Yeah, we gotta do this again, man. We gotta do this again.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Please,
Phil, man, let the people know again what you got coming up.
We got essential work coming up. Could be any day, you know what I mean? Could be the end of this month, but essential work is the next full project from Philmore Greene. Plenty more projects to come after that,
Are you an essential worker, man? Are you an essential worker? Like in your Your gig you got?
In the kitchen over the mic.
Yeah, yeah.
In the kitchen
yeah.
cooking up music is essential to me.
Maybe you could do some Action Bronson like cooking shows. You know what I'm saying? Metaphorical cooking shows.
I'm saying that's where the lab at. The lab is in my kitchen.
I peeped that.
Lab is in my kitchen, man.
I think there's a good show in that, bro.
Hey, let me throw something out right quick. Before we go, because today is the anniversary of what they call the birth of hip hop.
Yeah.
The show the party Cool Herc put on at the Sedgwick in New York at the projects, right, that birthed hip hop that they So I want to get from all y'all right quick, because I know all y'all love hip hop. What would you say was the first moment that you really became indoctrinated in the culture? I think for me, I'm gonna start it off. For me, I think I was one of my earliest memories was sitting in the car, sort of laying back in the car, tired, coming from, I think it was one of the old Budweiser Superfests. And it was like 89. And I heard Day Live, Me, Myself, and I on the radio. And that was like the first time that I remember listening to some music and having it resonate with me.
Wow.
And I think I'll apply that moment as the moment that I first became aware of hip hop in the way that I've been since. So, if any of y'all got any similar moments that you can draw from your memory, let's end on that.
Mine was Native Tongues too, man. It was Native Tongues too. It was like Tribe Called Quest. He was either Tribe Called Quest or Gangstar. Because Gangstar used to tell them damn stories, man, and I seen them, and I was just like, it was like a movie. I was listening to a movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, listening to them.
When I figured out I wanted to do it, it was 98. I was in 8th grade. Moment of Truth came out.
Yeah.
Moment of Truth. That's when I said,
Gangstar, yeah.
This is what I want to do. This is what I love. I love the way the scratches sounded.
Man.
So that was when I told myself, this is what I want to do. This is the music I love, and this is the style of music I love. You know what I mean? So anytime you hear me say Gangstar changed my life, that's it. Gangstar, Moment of Truth. That album, when it dropped and I listened to it, I was old enough to figure it out, because Illmatic and all the other stuff, Ready to Die, I was kind of younger when that came out, so I really didn't get it. But by the time Gangstar dropped, I was 13. That's when I figured it out, and I've been boom bap ever since, man.
That's dope, man.
That's what's up.
Golden,
Dave, what about you?
EPMD's first 2 albums. I grew up in Detroit, and I was living with my grandparents. My uncle was still at home, and he just played a lot of old EPMD records. So that was just really my first introduction. Would probably be the Bozak, if I had to pull a song.
I love it, man. Yeah. I love it, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what's up, man. Man. It's great to hear, man. Like hip hop, man. We it's done so much to enrich all our lives, and I'm glad that it's allowed Phil to have a career that he's been able to thrive off of for our betterment too. We all get to listen to him, and look forward to your future projects, bro.
Thank you, bro.
And definitely gonna help you promote them as much as we can as well, man. Because like Rookie say, man, more people need to hear you, bro. And what you do, what you and Hadi do, that whole crew, man, y'all, Neek and all y'all, Taiwan, all y'all brothers, man. I'm proud of y'all, man. I'm so glad that y'all are on the scene doing what y'all do, man. So just keep it up, man, and we with you.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate the love, man. it's coming. You know, working hard, man.
Yes, sir.
Working hard, brothers. That's what it's about.
Yeah, Rook, man, Dave. We gotta do some more of this soon, man.
Of course.
We gonna do some more of these sessions
out,
soon,
man.
Bring
we gotta
some
get
more
these kinks
of
out.
our friends on and just keep building with them.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, we'll get the kinks out, but you know, yeah, we gonna do a lot more, man. We are RegalRadio.com is the home base. WARR Media. We keep on pushing, man. WARR on Anchor. We got it on the bottom of the screen. That's the address for the podcast. But we're on all the major platforms, man. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio. You can hear us on all that, man. So we gonna keep pumping out this stuff, man, like it's 88, man. And we gonna keep in the building. You know, we gonna protect ourselves so the cops don't run in the building on us, man. We gonna keep it to ourselves and keep protecting our own, man. So if you listen to this, do the same for your hood, man. Do the same for your block, man.
Yeah.
Take care of your block, take care of your people, man, because ain't nobody else doing it for us, man.
Philmore. This is on YouTube, so you could rip it and make skits if you want.
For sure.
Yeah, I love to be on an intro or two, Phil. Just holler at me, man.
I'm about to drop a lot, man. So you never know.
Shit, Kyle,
all that music you got,
you need
man.
to just be on it. You need to just act. Get in the studio and act, fam.
I come on some big room shit. Say some spoken word.
I've been waiting on that for years, man.
The flood is amongst us, so you never know what you may hit, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Let's clean up these streets, man. Let's flood these streets.
Yeah.
All right, man. We gonna leave it at that, though, man. Much love, Rookie, Dave, Phil, and I'm your man, Kyle Means, man. Keep pushing, y'all, man. Keep surviving out here, man. All right, we out.
All right, peace.
I love it.
All right.